50.
Well, it's all muscles that need repairing after a heavy night.
Well, what muscle needs repairing after a heavy night?
The lower limbs, let's just say that.
Nice timing, beautifully flayed through the offside by Alex Ross, brings up the 50.
But Hong Kong have to be switched on here, because if they get one more wicket, it's pressure on Australia, because the two batsmen to come in aren't regular batsmen. They're more renowned for their bowling. So this is a big moment for Hong Kong cricket here in this tournament.
Lovely, lovely use of the wrists. 20 off the over, 3 done, 57 without loss. The game's thick and fast. Now, the interesting game at England versus Oman. We've got Samit Patel alongside, just getting his eye for that one. And if you win that one, you should get to you most likely the bowl final. That would be a little bit of a plus point to finish.
Absolutely, yeah. We've come here to try and win it. Unfortunately, we can't do it. But yeah, winning is quite important to us. We've got a lot of pride. Yeah, hopefully should be a bit of fun against Oman.
It's not your first time at this tournament. That's a boundary. Another misfield. You were here in 2017, is that right?
Yeah, I was here 17 with the MCC side. Played against them on the Nations. And then it stopped for some reason to play the Hong Kong Blitz, which is a franchise tournament in 2018, I think, which was great. It was a great tournament. Well hosted.
Well, I think that was a dropped opportunity from Ehsan Khan off his own bowling. You'll know Salmon as a spinner, never easy in your follow-through.
No, it's not, especially when guys hit it so hard these days, but you've got to be switched on.
Beg your pardon, into the ground. Oh, that's 6, it's muscle. There's no real timing, but Christian is such a clean striker, as you know from your Nottinghamshire days.
Yeah, DC, you played a lot of cricket against and with. We had 7 years at Trent Bridge. Great player, been around the block, played a lot of franchise cricket all over the world. He's a good fella.
So you've played the Hong Kong Sixers for 2 different teams, England and the MCC. So you've played for about 52 teams in your career.
I've got a few shirts, let's say, Nobby.
That's belted down the ground. Are you, in all seriousness, are you someone that keeps the memorabilia, all the shirts, the jerseys, the helmets?
No, I don't. I try and keep the shirts. I don't keep the other stuff.
You wore a Warwickshire helmet today. Well, have you got news for the millions of people watching? Have you left Derby and joined Warwickshire?
No, I haven't actually. I just didn't bring a helmet and I had to borrow.
6 to finish. Samit, thank you. Great to see you. Wonderful commentary. 76 for 2. .76 for 2, Hong Kong still in the contest. Partnership 37 from 10. Alex Ross and Dan Christian is having a fine tournament. Now, Sahal Malvankar into the attack to bowl his right arm medium pace. The level 2 core cricket coach certified by the England and Wales Cricket Board. Coaching at the Hong Kong Cricket Club. There's lots of prestigious clubs in this neck of the woods, and Hong Kong Cricket Club is one of them.
Coming up, South Africa versus Pakistan, New Zealand up against India, and then England versus Oman. But South Africa versus Pakistan, that's coming up next. That's probably going to be the pick or the game of the tournament so far.
Yeah, should be a cracker. Two brilliant sides. Varied bowling attacks, plenty of power at the bat, two very good fielding sides.
The only thing for South Africa, they haven't been put much as Pakistan. They beat New Zealand very easily, so Pakistan's favour.
Slower ball, absolutely dealt with flat. It wouldn't have been more than 15 foot all the way into the side screen.
Well, that was like a one-wood drive for Dan Christian. It was that slow. It was like sitting up on a tee. Easy pickings for the man of Dan Christian's calibre.
Back of the hand, slower ball from Sahal. Dan Christian, captain, 40 off 12. 3 4s, 4 6s. Make that 3 4s, 5 6s.
Well, this could be a big over for Australia. The only issue is that Christian is coming to his 50, and he will have to retire if he gets that 50. Then all of a sudden, you've got a batter coming in that's not a regular batter. So Australia might need to see Ross face the final 2 balls if they can of this over.
Absolutely smashed. Great fielding. Captain himself, Nizakat Khan, in the deep. Position right behind the umpire. A fielding position sometimes you see. Kieron Pollard right behind the umpire. Alex Ross, well bowled, well fielded. That's really good. Gets the Yorker in. Ross could do nothing. A dot at this stage is gold.
Well, the dot at this stage is gold, but the thing here is that Alex Ross is only on 25, so if he can face the majority of ball, finishing it off, he can get Australia to a big score, and you'd be expecting him trying to hit boundaries here. Good bowling.
That's not a bad ball, but Ross was advancing, and because of the fielder's position straight, you can see he's disappointed because he feels he should have hit that for 6. Such is the expected of these batters.
Well, that was a very good ball from Sahal, and you are going to have good balls that go to the boundary in this tournament.
17 off the over. Slower ball. It's a top edge, but there's only a ball boy. There's no fielder. 6 to finish. 23. 99 for 2. Well, 23 off that 5th over with that 6. They needed that 6. 99 for 2, Australia. Dan Christian on 47. Nizakat Khan to bowl the 6th. That's got to be 50. Off you go, Dan Christian. Off you trot. 53 off 15 with 6 6s. Captain stepped up when he needed. Came out after 1 ball of the innings.
Well, that's a good innings. 53 off 15. He's been brilliant through the tournament. 250 so far. And the skipper doing the job for Australia yet again.
105 for 2. James. Left-hander, powerfully built, back in the side after having a rest this morning. 5 balls left here for Nizakat Khan to try and eke out a couple of dots. 105 for 2. Australia eyeing up, I think, at least 120, 125. Little leg break, gone! kick. Meow!
How good is it to have a player retire after making 50, and then the new batsman can swing from the bootlaces from ball one. Can't connect. A good length delivery, but the line was good as well, making it difficult for Patterson to swing through the line. It's a big wicket. Australia 105 for 3.
$105 for 3 with the last over of the first quarter-final. And I tell you what, it's hard to know who's on top right now. Fawad Ahmed. He's found another pair of pads. About 3 minutes ago, he had a pair of white pads on in the dugout. Nizakat Khan, the captain, he's played for a second 6 in the over. For a moment, I thought the man of the deep was in business.
This is very handy for Australia. The last batsman in, not renowned for his batting, but connects well there.
Useful runs, very useful. Alex Ross at the non-strikers end. You stay down there. You're seeing it like a beach ball on Bondi Beach in the height of summer.
I don't think Fawad Ahmed's got an easier ball than that. But this is good for Australia. Wide one, Alex Ross has got 2 balls to finish off this innings.
Omani Beach, where you're from, or Scarborough Beach? Which is your favourite beach in WA?
Well, my favourite beach is down in Mandurah, and that's the top edge. I like to go surfing there, and that's probably going over the top of the wave. You don't want to get caught on the top of the wave. You get seriously dumped, which I have been a couple of times.
Hey, we've all been dumped in our life. You got to watch out for those great white sharks in WA. That's hockey. That's a hockey shot. There's a hockey sweep at the Hong Kong Sixers, and Australia have mustered 129 for 3, and there was 30 off the last over. Brilliant, and we're inserted in the first quarter final. 129 for 3. Dan Christian led the charge with a brilliant 50. Quarter-final 1, Australia lost the first ball of the innings. Great catch in the deep by Imran Arif off Benny. And then Dan Christian, the captain, as he often does, stands up. 53, his second entry of this tournament. Alex Ross, 45 for 12, but actually Fawad, very useful. Bobby, this was a bit of everything. Dan Christian, as always, stepping up.
Well, the thing I like about Dan Christian's innings is early on he looked for the boundary along the ground, got those 2 boundaries, and all of a sudden started to look aerial. But he's always looking to hit straight, and just the power. That's why he's been so successful in his T20 career. Able to pick up the slower balls and the quicker balls as well. A tough skill. There's the bowling. Benny up front, getting the early wicket first ball, and then going for 19. Esham bowled his 2 overs with his off-spin, Imran Sahal and Nizakat. Fairly economical, all of them.
130 runs and get to the semi-final of the Hong Kong Sixers. Huge games. Step against Pakistan. Quarter-final number 2. A little while ago, Dominic Cork was downstairs with the captains and the toss.
Time for the toss, quarter-final 2, and the home captain John Smuts of South Africa, Fahim Ashraf of Pakistan, of course. The match referee has done an excellent job in these, 1.5 days. It's Mr. Gandhi, right? Coin to John Smuts. Fahim Ashraf and Pakistan call heads. So it's South Africa who win the toss. John, what are you going to do first and why?
we can have a bowl again. So far, it's been a winning formula for us, so hopefully that continues.
Yeah, 2 excellent wins yesterday, but you're up against the mighty Pakistan. What are the plans today?
Yeah, look, they're a strong side tournament, so hopefully we can execute our plans and come out on top.
Any change in your team?
One change from our last game, Aubrey back in for Don.
Good luck. Stay there. You've lost the toss. What would you have done first?
If we win the toss, we will bowl first. But now we have a batting, so we will try our best.
2 wins for you today, and a little win against India must have pleased you.
Yeah, that game is very crucial for both. But Pakistan won the match. That is a good sign for us. So
The final. These are a decent team as well, South Africa.
yeah, South Africa is a good team. They played very good cricket yesterday. So, but we are also a good team, and hope for the best. We played a good cricket today.
Any changes to your team?
No, we have a same team.
Good luck. So the news from the side, quarter-final 2 is South Africa win. They're going to...
Relax, Dominic. Take it easy. We've still got a day and a half work. Now, JJ Smuts won the toss, bowl first. Aubrey Swanepoel back into the side, and Pakistan, Fahim Ashraf, the captain. Yes, you're right. You said we've got a good side too. That is a cracking team. Pakistan Valley's had a wonderful tournament so far. Oh, I tell you what, quarter-final number 2. Can't wait for quarter-final number 2. But first, we've got the run chase of quarter-final number 1. Soren is alongside us. You've had a good afternoon. You're refreshed after your rest. What about this chase?
Well, if Australia put on 129 on the board, clearly are ahead in this game, but their opponents, Hong Kong, will have to put a historic chase for this edition for sure, because the best chase that we've seen so far is that Pakistan game where they managed to beat India. The winners of this game will meet the winners of South Africa and Pakistan. We've got a chase on our hands, mind you.
Hoggy, how do Hong Kong go about getting themselves in the semi-final?
Well, just pick the bowlers that they want to attack. They know that Pattinson's going to be bowling 2 overs, so if they can get him for around about 30 off those 2 overs, have 15 and over, then attack the others, they should be able to get there. But they're going to be really relying on Nizakat Khan, who's got a 45 and 62 throughout this tournament. That was against South Africa, the 45. That was a brilliant innings. And Sahal's got a 51 against New Zealand as well. So they're very handy in the batting department. It's not going to be easy for Australia.
Well, we have seen Jack Wood bowl a couple of overs with his left arm wrist spin. Pattinson, James Pattinson, who is still fast and aggressive, not shy of bowling a bumper. This will be difficult for Nizakat and Zishan up top. Here we go. It's the run chase of the first quarter-final. Start as you mean to go on, Nizakat.
Well, that is a big start for Hong Kong. Nishan dominating Pattinson, and you don't see that too often. Pattinson getting hit 6 off the first ball of his spell.
Yeah, beg your pardon, Zishan. I thought it was Nizakat Khan, but much for muchness, really, if you're a Hong Kong fan.
Contrasting starts. Australia had lost a wicket on the first delivery. Hong Kong start off with a bang, with a 6.
Good, excellent length. I like that. Hit a length, hit a hard length, but that's what they mean. That's 6 metre. Smash that length when you've got a bit of extra pace like Pattinson.
Just on the move, moving away is Zishan there. You've got to still get in a still position, even when you move.
That's going to be a while. Well, that was an interesting stat we just saw there. 38% of James Pattinson's international wickets were bowled or LBW. So for a fast bowler, actually, he's not nicking off. He's not getting them caught behind. He's attacking the pegs.
Wasn't there a series with India where you got the likes of Virendra Sehwag out? Rahul Dravid was also one of his victims. That's up in the air, and it's going out of the ground. 6 runs, 2 sixes in the over.
Well, Brad Hogg, I reckon if you're an Australian fan, even with the runs on the board, the way today's games have gone with the, I don't like the word underdog, but the sides that were less fancied potentially have come up trumps. So there is a little bit of a trend happening today, if you're Australian. Slow ball. You mentioned targeting a bowler for Hong Kong. So who should they try and target? Which bowler do they need to take that 30-run over off?
Well, the guy that's been bowling 2 overs each game, Wood, I'd be trying to target him. Hazlitt bowled 6 Yorkers last innings. 1 was over pitched, but executed it well. So Wood would be the one that I'd be targeting at the moment, because he's probably been the most inconsistent with his line and length, so he's going to give you some hittable balls. If you can put him under pressure early, all of a sudden Dan Christian's got to think about what other options and when he's going to use those other options.
It's a good start here for Pat, just 14 off it. If he can squeeze this ball, it's a win. Another short ball. Trying to overhit that. Nisika Khan should have just used the pace. First over, Donald Chase 14 with that loss. Well, some big battles on the way for you. South Africa versus Pakistan will be coming, but first Australia trying to defend their total against Hong Kong. Look at Sri Lanka against Nepal down in the bottom left corner. Beauty. Well, left arm finger spin, and that is absolutely dealt with. Sam Heaslett into the attack, going for his trusted Yorker. Hoggy batter advancing, outsmarted the bowler.
The last 2 balls he's bowled today have been that full toss, looking for that Yorker, and he's been punished both times. Just remember the last ball he bowled against Oman went for 6 as well.
He does have the best strike rate, Zishan Ali, of any player to play for Hong Kong in T20Is. He strikes at 140, minimum 20 innings, so it's a decent template. So striking at 140 in T20 international cricket over a prolonged period of time is a fine effort. Nisika Khan now has a chance for Dan Christian right in front of us, and he does very well, because there's a moment there, Brad Hogg, that he thinks, I can catch this. Then he realises he's not going to, and he just, almost like rugby style, just smothers it.